Well, Ottawa may be our nation's capital, but it's now seeking another title, Shawarma Capital of Canada. Ottawa City Council is going to vote today on a motion from Councillor Laura Dudas to affix the city with the crown of Shawarma Capital of Canada and all the power and responsibility that comes with that. Councillor Dudas is joining us this morning. First of all, good morning to you. Obviously, you know, we're joking about about the power and the responsibility. But not only would it be symbolic, it would be self-proclaimed. But there is good reason to think that it is a title that Ottawa deserves. Your motion says Ottawa is home to 200 shawarma restaurants, a claim that is supported by the Yellow Pages. Why is this something that you want to make official?
Well, as you noted, ultimately the title is an honorific. However, it is ultimately something unique and special to our city. I did some number crunching, and we have 119 McDonald's, or forgive me, 119 Tim Hortons and 21 McDonald's. We've got gas stations, but none of it surpasses the number of shawarma restaurants we have. And the restaurants that we have reach from the rural areas of our city to the urban core. They're on every corner. It's something that's really quite special to our city and is widely enjoyed by all of our residents.
Yeah, I've had some of them. They are fantastic. But of course, you're not the only city that wants to claim this title. I can think of Halifax, for example. And it has been disputed by another city in an unofficial capacity. An article from October by the folks in Saga, this is in Mississauga, Ontario, says the title belongs to them. And it says a Google count of Ottawa's current number of shawarma shops finds there are only 85 or around 100 if you count just the places outside the city in Nepean or Canada. So it's well under Mississauga's 120 shawarma restaurants. And looking at population, Mississauga has more shawarma shops per person than in Ottawa. So how do you respond to challenges like that?
Well, Mississauga can throw down the gauntlet, but frankly, Ottawa will take the crown. This might seem silly or frivolous, and in fact, a little bit of it is in tongue-in-cheek, but, shawarma in our city, in the city of Ottawa, is a huge economic driver. It is substantially impactful. It creates jobs for many of our residents, and a lot of these businesses are locally family-owned restaurants. It's a huge boon to our local economy. And, once again, Mississauga might say that they have the title. However, I would challenge that in saying that within our city's boundaries, we have more shawarma shops per square footage than any other capital or city in Canada.
Shawarma shops, that's hard to say 10 times fast. When people from outside the city of Ottawa think of cuisine, most tourists to the city would say a beaver tail is what comes to mind. So would this title of Shawarma Capital of Canada not rob the beaver tail of the cultural significance it has worked so hard to gain?
Oh, absolutely not. We have enough room in our hearts and our bellies for beaver tails and poutine and everything that you think of that is distinctly Ottawa. But I think that the interesting part about this is we are an incredibly diverse city. I don't know if a lot of people would think of Canada's capital as being ultimately diverse, but we have such a unique population. And these shawarma shops demonstrate just that. We've actually been receiving lots of feedback from people who visit our city saying that shawarma was something that was unexpected, but a wonderful treat. And I even received a letter from the Embassy of Lebanon thanking myself and City Council for considering this motion, saying that they celebrate how this brings people together.
Speaking of the motion, Mayor Mark Sutcliffe has said he is in support of this passing. So do you think you'll have the support of the rest of Council?
I certainly hope so. And I think that, once again, my colleagues on council, myself, we recognize how much these shawarma restaurants bring to our city, not just in delightful food. I mean, absolutely. That's something you could eat for breakfast the next day and lunch and dinner. It's a wonderful treat. But economically, this is a significant financial contributor to our city. And it also draws in tourism. People will go on Wiki Travel and find that it references Ottawa as having more shawarma and falafel shops per square footage. So it's something that attracts people. It's something that's fun. It's unique. And it's ultimately something that Ottawa is going to be titled with.
Councillor, I'm going to put you on the spot. You obviously enjoy a good shawarma if you put the motion forward. What's your favorite spot in the city?
Oh, well, I've got several. I travel around the city all the time. In the East End, I was just at Cedar Valley. It was a wonderful local place owned by two brothers. They've been in business for 24 years. I was at the Strand on Bank Street. That's owned by a local entrepreneur. But, I don't have a favorite because they're all uniquely different and they all bring different aspects to it, different seasonings. It's something that's quite special to the city of Ottawa, and I'm looking forward to the vote today and receiving this title.
All right, well, we might be celebrating Canada Day in the nation's capital and also the shawarma capital of Canada. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked this, be sure to subscribe here, or you can check out more Your Morning videos right here.